All right, you guys, so we're just hanging out with the dogs today. I've got a couple of board and trained obedience dogs that are here, and we're just hanging out with them and with Little Max. So let me switch the camera up and we'll get you a look at those dogs. All right, so here we go. Little Mac, Schnitzel, like Wiener Schnitzel, and Schatzi. So this dude's being a clown. Bro, how do you itch your back on rocks like that? So Schnitzel's like, there's some posturing from him that initially, when I first introduced the dogs, it was a little bit too much. But he seems to be relaxing now. He's at this point, he's kind of understanding that, Mini Mac isn't a real threat. So, and yeah, we're just hanging out. Not too much going on here. I introduced him a little bit ago. I did that off camera just because I didn't feel like, strapping a camera to my head and, going through that whole initial mess. And the thing you always got to worry about with these two dogs, because they're from the same home, right? So anytime you introduce dogs, you're always you got to be mindful of pack behavior. And even though the dogs are friendly with other dogs are still dogs. Shit can happen, right? So, we don't want a pack attack happening. And so for those reasons, I did it off camera. But here we are, hanging out. We've been out here for probably, gosh, I don't know, 15 minutes already. This guy's super interested in him, but he's just giving like a little bit of like too much face to face. But if that was another dog, it could have led to some trouble. But it's Mini Mac, and this dude is like the most non-threatening guy that you'll ever meet. So, in any case, all is well. Ooh, just get a little zoom in right there. Yeah, and we're just hanging out, little playtime session and marking session apparently. So Schatzi, she really wants to play. This guy, he's not sure if he wants to play or stick his chest out and be a little bit of a jerk. Good, let them smell, all that stuff is good. Nice. So yeah, we're just hanging out with the dogs. This will be nice and short. There's not too much. I know you guys don't want to hear me ramble, you're here for the dogs. So yeah, we're hanging out with them, and nice mid-morning, great weather. We're in the middle of February, so that dog, Schnitzel, he just stuck his whole muzzle in the pool to drink the water. He said he'll just swallow it. He doesn't want to scoop it with his tongue. So yeah, other than the Malinois that we put up the other day, these are the two other dogs that we have at the moment, and all is well. They're pretty easygoing. They're just here for some basic obedience. I think I mentioned in the previous video that the owner's a little bit older, so, let's not watch him poop. So, pulling was the main concern. The dogs have a basic understanding of the basics, so they'll hold a little bit of a sit stay and a down stay and whatnot. And, Schatzi, she's a little bit more food motivated than Schnitzel is. And so yeah, she shows a little bit more enthusiasm in the work than Schnitzel. But that's how it is. Every dog's a little bit different. Motivation comes in varying degrees. And they're willing to participate, so that's all that matters. It's not unheard of. You do find dogs that don't think obedience is all that fun. So, we're just hanging out with them. You really like the rocks, don't you? You got all that turf over there. You got turf over there. You got the patio of the pool and the deck, and oh my God. And you choose the rocks. We'll never understand. Gotta watch the paw in there. We don't know if the paw is to play, because, you know, boxers are notorious for kind of, these are white boxers, by the way. They're not bulldogs, and they're mixes. And, you know, when you're introducing dogs for the first time, the pawing, is something you just kind of want to be mindful of and make sure that it's playful and it's not ill-intended. And so, yeah. Really, bud? Gotta spray that pull off like every day. But in any case, yeah, we're just out here having a good time. And I hope you guys are doing the same. And yeah, there's not too much play happening, you know. So Schatzi was trying to play with him, but, you know, he's like, I'd rather chew on the grass and pee on a pole and all those other things. This dog is the perfect dog. He's the perfect pet. He's super amazing with other dogs. Super non-confrontational. This dog will not posture up on another dog. He won't growl at another dog. He'd rather just go find something to piss on. But he's a fantastic pet. I can't say enough about this dog. And I've had quite a few dogs in my time. So, and, you know, I ended up with this dog by accident. This dog, I was leaving my house on a Saturday morning, and when I opened my front door, and this, not this house, but it was the house previous to this. So we're talking about maybe 7 years ago. Yeah, I was leaving on a Saturday morning to go do an evaluation with a potential client, and the dude's like in my front yard, and I spent a bunch of time trying to find his owners. He was not chipped, and everybody with a gray pit bull in Tucson was trying to claim that he was theirs. But the problem was, when I tried to ask him to verify the dog by sending me a picture, it wasn't the same dog. So that was a whole thing. And at the time I had 7 dogs, so he made 8. And I just couldn't keep another dog at the time. But as the weeks went by, I was like, dude, I can't find a reason to get rid of you. You're chill in the house. I didn't have to teach you to walk on a leash. You just walk on a slip lead naturally and beautifully. Like you're super with other dogs. When you need a neutral dog as a dog trainer, he's like as neutral as it gets. You know, he doesn't stiff eye. He doesn't give any dogs like hard stares. He doesn't do any of that stuff, man. So I'm actually kind of lucky. He fell into my lap. Maybe it was the gods. But yeah, I thought I was not gonna ramble, and here I am rambling away. So yeah, we're just hanging out, having a good time. And we're probably gonna have to wrap this up here because we've got to run off to another appointment. So in any case, I think that's all we have for you, and we'll wrap it up there. But yeah, spam that like button, man. Subscribe to the channel if you think Little Mac is the best pet dog ever. I think he is, and that's why he's still here. And I'm a dog trainer. I see a lot of dogs, and you'd be surprised. There's a lot of jerks out there. So in any case, that's all we got for you. We're gonna call it here, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.